Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is P and I am back for another episode of Primitive Survival Plus here on Ragnarok. So I'm standing inside of my primitive hut. I built this last episode, but it was a little bit dark at the end of the episode, so it wasn't really easy to see inside. But yeah, this is it. Got all my dodos safely inside. And last episode, I had quite a rough time getting started. I died multiple times, but I was at least able to get some storage going, tame up some of the dodos, and build a small starter shelter. So my goals for this episode mainly are to craft myself some armor. I also want to reach level 16 because that's when the raft unlocks. And also, more importantly, that is when we can get a bow and arrow, which I desperately need. So to get started on those goals, I'm going to first craft a primitive loom. That way I can make some burlap and go ahead and make the armor. So what do I need for the loom? Looks like I need crude shafts, plant string, and wooden nails. So I know crude shaft. I'll need to learn wooden nail. Okay, and I'm gonna need to grab a bit more wood. And also for the plant string, I need 16 of those. Let me see how much I have right now. Come on. Okay, I already have 2 crude shafts. That's good. Okay, and I have 5 plant strings. I will need more plant parts. And then the wooden nails. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some more plant parts, craft that into fiber and then plant string, and I'll be back once I have that ready. Okay, so I'm still crafting the plant string, but I went ahead and made some wooden nails, so I'm just waiting on the string to craft. But yeah, I already have 4 levels waiting, so I'm going to start leveling up my health. Since I have storage now, I don't have to worry about my weight as much. So I'll put a couple of levels in, so I get 5 points per level. I'll do 2 into health, 2 into stamina. And then now that I have the primitive hut, I'll go ahead and craft a bed. It's a little overdue on that one. And then what else? Okay, the work table I'll definitely need, so I'll unlock that one. I will unlock the second tier, the flint pick and the flint hatchet. I'm going to actually hold off on some of these because the crop plots, I'll need those once I become a farmer at level 30. However, the farmer's table, which I'll unlock once I choose my professions, I'll be able to craft the crop plot through that, so I won't actually have to waste my Ingram points learning it now, so I'm going to hold off on that one. And I'm not going to make the larger house just yet until I find a base location, so I'll skip that for now. And then some of these are just dedicated storage items. So this holds charcoal and wood ash. This one holds stone, flint, things like that. This one holds wood. I don't really need that yet, so I'm going to save my points for those. But I'm only 1 level away from the bow and arrow and raft, so making good progress. So I will end up needing to make some more runs for more plant parts, but I have enough right now. I'm going to craft a bed, going to make the loom, and a work table. And then for the bed, I'll probably go ahead and move some of these guys here. Excuse me. And then I will put my bed back here. Okay, and then we're still waiting on the loom. Gonna go ahead and just throw that here in this corner. I'll move you. And that leaves some space here for the work table. Actually, I think I'll move my bed a little bit more in the center here, so let me place that, pick up my bed. So it's a little bit of a tight fit, but that will work for now. And then here inside of the primitive loom, I can make the burlap armor. But before I do that, I'll need to actually make the burlap fabric. So each burlap fabric is going to be 10 plant strings. I only have 17 right now. So I'll get started on that one. And then so as you can see here, the burlap clothing, you'll need burlap fabric, plant string, and then some of the pieces also need hide. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to gather more hide and a lot more plant parts, but I will be back. And also now that I have the work table unlocked, let's see. So some of these things I'll be able to craft without having to craft in my inventory, so that'll help with not having to slow down while I'm crafting. Okay, so I actually used my one piece of hide to craft some hide strips so I could make a bola. There's moss chops over here, so that will give me a good amount of hide. In this mod, Survival Plus, there's a very short list of creatures that you can actually tame, and unfortunately moss chops is not one of them. So that is one of my favorite early game tames, but in this mod they're basically just good for... how did I get a spear? It just said it added a spear. That couldn't have been from... I don't know. But yes, in this mod, moss chops are not tameable, so they're really only good for using them for hide, meat, and bones. Oh, and they do bite back. Come back. Okay, so that was my... Oh, you're almost down. There we go. So I got medium bones, animal fats, raw meat, and hide. And that did get me where I need to be for level 16, which is great. So let me go ahead and put a point into health. And finally I can unlock, let's see. Well, first of all, the bow and the arrow. Arrow shaft is needed as also. And the primitive raft. Okay, and then for the arrows, I'm going to need feathers. So at this point, I haven't actually been killing the dodos. I've only been taming them. I think I do have feathers from a pelagornis that I killed, but I'm going to need more feathers. Oh, compies. Okay, hold on. That complicates things. No, what happened? Oh no, my stamina. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Wow. Level 174 compy. Okay. Just gonna run in there and grab my stuff really fast. Leave me alone. Oh, there they all are. Okay, leave me alone. Man, these guys are taking a lot of hits. Okay, I am watching my stamina this time. I don't want to make that mistake again. They don't even look bloody at all. And two of them are level 174. Okay. Just die and give me your hide. Okay, one's down. Okay, one more. Go down. Was she still mate boosted? Well, I don't see any other ones, so let me gather this hide and then I'll go back to gathering feathers. It's pretty good. I got 14 feathers just from that one. Yeah, lots of dodos over here. So I should be able to make a pretty good amount of arrows. Oh, and then also just to clarify from what I was saying earlier, that Brontosaurus poop made me think of it, that I actually can make the crop plots and start farming before level 30, but I won't get all the perks that the farmer gets. So when you're not a farmer, you can still grow crops and everything, but you won't get very much at all. And you also can't craft some of the better level fertilizers, and there's also farm walls that you can use to make your plots stack more neatly, and you can't really do that if you're not in the farmer profession. So I'm probably just going to wait until I hit farmer before I really start building up a farm. But you can do it sooner. Okay, and I'll put another point into my health. And then let's see what to unlock next. Oh, the bone spear. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and unlock the bone spear, because there is a pretty big difference in the amount of damage between the bone spear and the wooden spear, so that will really help out. So I'm going to make the 2 standing torches. I'll make more crude shafts for the bone spear. And then I'll use the rest of the wood for the arrow shafts. Okay, so I had to make another fire making kit to be able to light the standing torch, but I have a little bit of light in here now, so I crafted some crude arrow shafts. I'm gonna put in all my feathers, wood, and what else? Okay, so that's it for the wooden one. Oh, more fiber. Okay, I was gonna say I should make more than 3. And then for the bow itself, plant string and wood. So I'll need 10 wood and 5 of the plant string. So now I have a wooden bow. I have about 70 arrows, and I did upgrade, so I have 3 bone spears, so that will definitely help out when I go out tomorrow. And then let me take a look and see how far I can get with the armor. So I wasn't able to make the whole set. I'm a little bit short on plant string to be able to make the gloves, but you can kind of see this is what the burlap clothing looks like. So it has kind of a little green tint to it, and the hat, it's kind of a cute hat to me. But yeah, the real benefit of the burlap clothing, you don't really get as much armor protection as some other types of armor, but you do get this well-dressed bonus. So it actually gives you an experience point boost. So right now, since I'm wearing the 4 pieces, I'm getting a 3 times experience boost. So it'll actually help with leveling up faster. But yeah, when I go out in the morning, I will gather more resources to be able to craft the raft, and I'll also get some more plant string to make the gloves to finish off the set. Okay, so it's the next day. I went ahead and came out to gather more wood and also to gather a lot more plant parts, because for the raft, I'm going to actually need 50 plant string to be able to make that, plus the additional plant string to make more burlap to finish my gloves. So a lot of this is going to be just gathering more plant parts, making more fiber and plant string. And I might already have enough crude planks. You need 250 for the raft. I have to check on that, but I'm gathering more wood just in case. And yeah, pretty soon I should have the raft. I also gathered more soil and water because I plan on making another primitive hut and putting it on top of the raft to make sort of a house raft. So yeah, I'm going to do some more gathering here, and then I'll be back shortly. Okay, and I'm still working on gathering more plant parts to make more plant string, but I was able to complete the gloves, so now I have the full burlap clothing set, as you can see. So with all 5 pieces, I am getting a 3.5% experience gain bonus. So that, along with all the gathering and crafting, is probably why I'm leveling up a little bit faster now. And oh, here we go. Oh my goodness, I just keep getting my water skins. So that's 2 that I've killed, but they already got my water skin, so let me go ahead and craft up a couple more of those. I should have 5 total, so I just made another one. There we go. Yeah, I already have 4 levels waiting, and part of the reason I'm leveling up a little bit faster is because of the boost from the well-dressed bonus. So let me put some more into health. And that should have unlocked quite a bit, so... yeah, I'll definitely get this. This fire maker is reusable, so I won't have to craft a new fire making kit every single time I want to light a fire. And it'll last a pretty long time, so I'll get this one. I'm gonna skip the poison spear for now. I don't need the ladder. I will actually go ahead and get... Oh, it's just a pteranodon. I'm gonna go ahead and get the forge. And along with that, I will also need... So the forge, the ingot mold, copper dust, and the sieve, all of these together are going to be needed to get started with crafting metal. So I'll get all of those. And as I start to get closer to level 30, I need to be very careful with my Ingram points because this is the last level that I'll actually earn any points. And I need to be able to unlock the Capitol building, which you need the Monarch to be able to unlock that, which is 60 points. But some of the more advanced housing and buildings, you actually have to buy deeds from the Capitol building. So that's something that I will end up needing later game after I have a little base area set up, but don't need it just yet. But I'm just trying to stay conscious of that because otherwise, if I end up spending too many Ingram points, I'll have to do a mind wipe later, and those things are not fun to make here. Okay, so I am back and I now have all of the materials to get started on the raft base. So I'm going to start crafting the primitive raft. Oh, I need a saw. I thought I had a saw. Please tell me I didn't forget my saw. I did. Okay, so I'm not going to run all the way back over there. I need 4 pieces of wood. That's easy. So we'll craft this primitive saw. But yes, much later, once I am a carpenter and I unlock the shipwright profession, I'll be able to make some different tiers of raft. But for now, this is just the most basic primitive raft. You'll see what it looks like in just a moment. But this one is a little bit slow, and it also does not have a sail like regular art. So it's basically just a starter raft, which is fine. And then, like I said, I'm planning on putting the primitive hut on top of it just to make a mobile base. So yeah, this is the primitive raft. It's a little slow, but it also can reverse, which is helpful. This is it. And the next step is to craft the primitive hut, the construction site for it. And I'm leveling up so fast just from all this crafting that I think I might actually hit level 30 before the end of this episode. So I'll probably be able to unlock all the professions. So that'll be pretty exciting. All right, so the construction site for the hut is ready. And I do have infinite pickup enabled, so if I make a mistake, I can just pick it back up and put it back down. But I would be very careful if you don't have infinite pickup. Once you place the construction site, just make sure it's actually attached to the raft. That way you know it'll actually be on top of the raft when you start driving. So this one's fine. And then I brought some of the materials here, so... Okay, I'm gonna have to run back for the planks. I do have 100 thatch. So I'll put that in. I have 20 plant strings. Okay, so this will be the same as episode 1 where I built it's just the exact same primitive hut that I've already built. So just these 2 layers that I have to put together. So I'll be back once that's done. Okay, so somehow this Ichthyornis that was attacking me actually got stuck sort of inside the primitive hut that I just finished. Oh, perfect. And what I was saying is, so even though the construction site was attached to the raft, now that it's actually built, if I try to drive the raft, the house actually is not attached now. So what I'm going to do is just pick this up. Let me take the door off and pick up the bed. Oh, I have to actually repair everything. Okay. So yeah, the Ichthyornis did some damage to the house and the bed, so I have to wait for this timer to go down before I can repair it and pick everything up. But basically, I'll just have to replace the house, pick it up, put it back down, make sure it's attached, and then I'll be able to put everything inside of the house. Okay, so I am back, and I was able to get the primitive hut correctly placed on the raft to where it's actually attached. So I tested it to make sure it's not gonna just fall off when I start driving. And then I've also set some things up on the inside too. So got a couple of torches. Got the bed, a few storage pots, my food storage pot. So if I, need to carry some food with me, I can keep it preserved, mortar and pestle, and this work table so I can craft on the go. But yeah, this is going to be just, the most basic starter mobile base, just to at least start exploring around this area. And also, what I was saying before is I ended up gaining a lot of experience points just from having the burlap clothing and also from all the crafting. So I have 11 points, meaning that I actually will be able to get to level 30 to unlock all the professions. So I'm going to put some points. I'll probably go ahead and get up to 200 for health. And that's going to let me unlock a lot of stuff. So I'll save some points for the Parasaur saddle for later. Let me see. I have 121 points left over. I will unlock the best arrows. Well, best in this tier. There's also going to be some different metal arrows, but this is the best in the primitive. I'll end up needing this hammer mold to make a blacksmith's hammer, so I'll get that. I'll need the anvil. You know what? I definitely will end up getting a parasaur at some point. So yeah, I'll go ahead and unlock that. I'll need the coal kiln, firewood. Okay, so I just went through and unlocked what I think I'll need, minus the things that I'll be able to make through my profession's different crafting stations. So I made sure to leave enough points just in case I forgot something that I end up needing later. And I also left enough points to be able to afford the Monarch later on. So that's 60 points. So with that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and unlock the professions. So once you hit level 30, you'll go here to the Engrams and click Open Professions menu. If you're playing on a server, there will be a limit to the number of professions that you're able to choose. So when I play on the Survival Plus official server, you're able to have 2 professions per player. But since I am on single player, I'll get to unlock all of them. So this will take just a moment, but I'll do Apprentice Alchemist, Apprentice Blacksmith, Carpenter, Farmer, Hunter, mason, tailor, entrepreneur. And if you notice, when you choose entrepreneur, you actually get a lot of money. So I just got 195 gold coins and 500 silver coins. And then builder, architect, mason architect, carpenter architect. Okay, so that's all of them. And some of these are because mason and carpenter both have sub-professions. So depending on your server, if you're a carpenter, you may only get to choose one of the sub-professions, and same thing with mason, or you may be able to choose both of them. It just depends on the settings. But yeah, with that, I officially unlocked the professions. That will be something to get into in more detail next episode because it is a lot of information to get set up for those. I actually was not expecting to finish the primitive stage so fast, but it was because of the armor and all of the crafting. So yeah, we're finished with primitive. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and call it an episode. But thank you so much for watching. And if you made it to the end, thank you again. Please consider liking and subscribing if you like what you saw. Everyone take care.